Welcome back everybody to a brand new video, and in this video we are playing Infinity Gauntlet Thanos Simulator, and they just added something new unexpectedly. They added the Silver Surfer board, so this is pretty sick. I haven't seen the new Fantastic Four movie. I'm hoping to see it soon. I've just been super busy, so haven't gone to the theater yet, but so no spoilers in the comments, but this board looks pretty sick, and I believe they replaced it for gun gear. So I kind of like that, honestly, because gun gear, it was good, but I just never found a use for it, because you got to charge it up, and then it's kind of inconvenient versus something like Surtur's sword or something else. But they said they're going to be adding gun gear back as a badge, so everybody would be able to unlock it, which would be pretty sick, because it looks like they got one more area here, and I hope they're going to still continue adding weapons after that. Maybe they'll extend it a bit or something. That'd be pretty sick, and it would be so cool to fight like Loki for it. Oh, that would be so sick if they added Loki. But yeah, I'm also hoping to see, because they're doing a lot of Asgardian stuff, Zeus's lightning bolt. But let's go ahead and check this thing out. So here we go. So we have obviously a gauntlet here, but let's go ahead and take out the board, and it disappears right away, and that is because it automatically equips. So what's very nice about this thing is all you got to do to activate it is press space twice, and look at this. So let's take a look at the character, because I have a little bit of criticism for this, but obviously it's all constructive. No hate to the game or anything. So one thing I do like is the board. The board looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's pretty accurate, so I got really no complaint for that. Now for the character, on the other hand, is kind of basic. I think they could have given it a face. If they're going to transform your character, I think a more serious face would have fit this better, as well as just when you're moving normally, you don't really have an animation, and it looks kind of goofy. But I mean, the silver itself, it looks pretty sick, nothing too crazy. And I hope maybe they'll update it and it'll match the board somehow. But let's go ahead and speed up here, because if you guys just hold down, going forward, look at this. So you get this awesome animation where it's frozen, but I think it would look cooler if both hands were back personally, and the feet stayed like that. I think that's a pretty cool thing. But the trail itself looks pretty cool. The flying is a bit janky, I won't lie. It's very hard to control, and I think the faster, the more you hold it down, the faster you go. So as you guys can see, we're building up some speed here, so let's just go straight, and oh my god, yeah, we went so fast. So it's a bit hard to control, I'm not gonna lie. Is this better than gun gear? Oh, 100%. 100%. Gun gear just was never used, I feel like. Let me know down in the comment section below if you guys really use it at all. Because, I don't know. I just feel like it just wasn't that great when you had other weapons to use. So yeah, look, this board is cool. But yeah, it's a bit hard to control, so hopefully maybe if any developer sees this, they'll make the controls a little bit easier. And also look at that is so cool, when it starts hitting that light speed. I'm just gonna call it light speed, but let's see. Here we go. Come on, there we go. Look at that is really sick. That'd be cool if it does damage though. So I don't know if there's any abilities for this. I pressed all the buttons, and it doesn't seem like there's any sort of abilities. Alright, it did no damage. So it looks like it just flings the enemies back, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I think this board needs some sort... Okay, I don't know what just happened there. It's got all of my weapons. I think it needs some sort of ability. Even if it's just some sort of cosmic force, when he charges the board up. I think that would be pretty cool. And it's nothing seriously OP, because obviously you get flying, but again, you don't really need to fly in this game. I mean, maybe if you're starting the game out, this could be super helpful, flying to the time stone, which I want to see what happens if you fly it in the bubble. So here we go. Let me line this up. All right, looks like we just went right through it. All right, here we go. We gotta wait for the bubble to come back. All right. And it's really hard to aim. Alright, it looks like we just go right through the bubble. So let's see if we slowly go into it. If it can... Okay, yeah, this is great. Now, if you're trying to get the time stone, I will admit, this is the way to get it. Oh, okay, now I'm frozen. Alright, I take that back. Maybe this isn't the best way to get the time stone, but definitely helps you for the parkour, as well as getting this one and all of them. It's really great for that. But besides that, I don't really know what use you would have for this. I mean, you might be able to use it for getting the Heart of Ymir. Like, this way you don't have to keep on that moving conveyor belt. But yeah, I don't know what else you'd really use this for. It's not like the floor is lava or something. It's not like that big of a map. So yeah, I just don't know really what you'd use this for 100%. And obviously it stains your character after this. But yeah, what do I give this? Let me see first what the price is. Okay, so the board is 750 Robux. I mean, it's not bad. Like, but I don't think it should be 750. I think they do need to update it a little bit. I know it just came out, so they might have like rushed getting it out or something. But yeah, I think this should either be buffed, or I think the price should come down a bit, because 750 Robux is like a lot of money for just flying around. And again, it's not the best in my opinion, as we've seen some like cool like Superman games with flying. But again, this obviously isn't dedicated to that. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration. But I'm going to be doing a giveaway, obviously, for this because, you know, I got to see some fellow Silver Surfers out there in the game. For every 500 likes this video reaches, I will give away one of these game passes. So, I hope I don't go broke saying this, but yeah, I guess that's that. I'll let that giveaway, that like goal thing go on for a month, because after a month, I'm not going to keep checking it. All you got to do to get that is obviously 500 likes and comment your Roblox username and when you started watching my channel. But there's also some new things too, such as settings, so you can actually it's not there right now, I'd have to rejoin, but down below here under the ambient lighting, you can change the gender of this. So all it does is it adds like girl hair to it. It's nothing crazy. I thought it was gonna be, you know, something else significant, but it's really not. But again, I don't really care. We have ambient lighting, so a lot of the UIs right now aren't working, so I hope that this will be fixed. But yeah, like a lot of this isn't working, but yeah, I assume it'll be fixed in time. I'm very excited to see the next weapon that's coming here. It's probably gonna be gun gear, I won't lie. I hope it gets a remake on it, because if you guys seen it before, the model isn't great. I mean, it works, but like I think they could detail it a bit better. I mean, let's look at some of these weapons here. Let's look at some of these abilities. SURFER is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Casket, I think Casket's one of the coolest weapons in the game, as well as the universal weapon. I think those two are absolutely beautiful, as well as all the skins that they add. Like, look at this. Woo, that looks nice. Oh, I almost forgot this. Okay, so in my last Thanos sim video where I unlocked all the upgrades, I was showing the weapons after I was done, but I messed up when showing the weapons. So what you guys said was, for the Mjolnir, which it's silver, so it kind of fits the whole attire here, but for Mjolnir, when I do this, you guys said if I press X, look at that, it breaks up into multiple pieces. Oh my god, that is like really sick. That's like the Power Stone almost. So it's like a free Power Stone game pass almost. So you could even set up a macro spamming Q and X, and this is a great way to grind. You just like set it up like how I am right now. This should be a great way to grind kills, because it's, as you guys can see, it's constantly killing them at the spawn right there. I mean, that is OP. Like, look at that. Yeah, that is great. So that is definitely a good way to get your kills up. Now I want to see this against these guys here, because these guys are hard to AFK. So let's go ahead and activate the thing. Obviously I'm going to ride on the board here. So when they spawn in, we're going to press X and see if this works. I'm really hoping this does a lot of damage to them. Alright, the star activated. Oh, those new particle effects look sick. Alright, let's see. They should be spawning now. Alright, here we go. Oh, yes. This is sick. Okay, so the only problem is you kind of got to spam it. Otherwise it doesn't really work, because the Templars just spawn in randomly. But yeah, if you spam Q and X, this is a huge way to grind these guys. Holy cow. Alright, this is a lot of Templars right here. Alright, so we got about 25. That is insane. I think normally I get around 20 if I just manually grind it. So that might be the new way to grind fragments. I'll have to make a video on it, checking to see if that does really work with a macro, and I'm just gonna AFK my account. But yeah, that might be a great way to grind it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So wink, wink on that. But yeah, I think that is gonna be it for this video. So thank you to the developer guys for not having me do a billion puzzles for obviously this board. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you made it to the end of the video, and I will see you guys in the next Thanos Simulator video. Peace!